teams to duke it out between Sentinels here and the guys on the side of Unlimited. We are now underway with our losers bracket finals, and Lethal's going to pick up that first kill from landing to flag.
Yeah, we didn't talk about too much of how successful these teams are on this game type, but having watched a lot of scrims of Sentinels and Unlimited online so far, I know that this is not a strong game for Sentinels, so if they're able to come out hot here, that bodes well for their future, and this is a great game type for the Unlimited boys to see ahead of them, knowing that it's not one of Sentinel's strong game types.
Absolutely. The question is here, which Sentinels do we get? We've seen a little bit of Unlimited so far today. They look very good. They're firing on all cylinders. Despite going up 2-0 in that series, they close it out with a convincing Game 5 to get here. However, Sentinels remains a question mark based on their earlier performance. Which Sentinels roster will we see come to play in the losers bracket finals?
Somehow Sentinels is able to get all 4 dead. Unlimited had 3 people top gold. The flag run looked like a for sure cap, but Snakebite with an overkill off our screen is going to continue to run this first flag, and that's exactly the momentum this Sentinels roster needed, because Unlimited was in such a good position to try and get the first cap on the board. But no, it's Sentinels.
And maybe this was the answer to my question that I just posed. Sentinels with a very strong start, and actually Unlimited actually trying to get the stop here. They have flown into the health pack. World 2 actually resecures the health pack and also works together on landing, so that's a pretty aggressive attempt at the return from Unlimited, and to be honest, Unlimited's a little bit lucky that it didn't almost result in complete loss of the map again.
Yeah, it was a counter cap by Sentinels right there, and Sentinels doing a great job, led by Royal 2, staying alive on the health pack right there, kind of anchoring the rest of the map, knowing that they gave up so much map control to get that first cap. They were able to kind of stop Unlimited's counter push to their first cap, and now Unlimited seems like they're on their back feet. Royal 2 doing a good job of staying alive and making sure that Unlimited wasn't able to counter cap right there.
New sniper up here for Royal 2. He's going to look to connect on bridge and into health. That first shot doesn't go, but he's going to keep peering his way down towards the front jump. Not sure if he was hitting a shot there, wasting ammo, a little bit of both there, but now as he's going to get taken down, that's going to be Stellar flying into the health, starting a run on flag. Trying to go landing, but he's under pressure as well. Let's take a look at the numbers here as Eco picks up another kill. There sees 2 spawners, and this should be a run here. Yes, for Unlimited, they are going to pass top gold now.
Yeah, Eco's going to spot the last 2 players for Sentinels alive, and no one is going to be in position to try and stop this cap. And Sentinels needs to be careful because Eco is still on your flag, and he's going to be able to try and run this second one. This could be a potential double cap.
Here we go. Let's see if they can make this. They start the run, and Eco's going to want his shields to recharge entirely. They don't get all the way there before he starts to get an engagement, but my oh my, great shots against APG. Dead Zone's the one to finish there. However, pressure from him on landing as well. He's going to maybe try to get a quick touch here. Yes, he gets it. Does not get tinged by that nade. That's going to let him continue on bridge and also breathe for another moment of 2 players on front jump.
Unbelievable job by Dead Zone here to kind of not get shot while also getting a touch on the flag and managing this flag run top middle. I don't know if Unlimited is going to be able to continue this flag run. It doesn't look like with Snakebite getting the return there top middle, but Dead Zone doing a phenomenal job making the best of a bad situation.
Absolutely. Now looking here at Lethal, he wins a nice battle up top. Gold, well done there to stay alive and live to fight another day, hoping that no one pushes up landing, and he gets his wish granted. Still shots coming in from health back, but he does have help here from APG as they get ready to potentially push down the street.
Yeah, good shots on the Eco here from Lethal, and this is Lethal and APG, a duo 10 years in the making. They've been doing this in Anaheim 10 years ago. They're doing it again now, and Snakebite running the flag bottom middle. That was all the bait and switch that that APG and Lethal had on the landing that's going to allow Snakebite this opening to get the second cap.
We sometimes question the objective efficiency of the Sentinel side. You just saw that their 2 runs in this game have both been bottom mid to landing runs. That is a very clear indication that they have had complete map control to take that bottom mid run. You kind of contrast that with Unlimited's run that was forced to go a landing route. So not only is it 2-1, but even more convincing flag runs coming from the side of Sentinels. However, Unlimited also starting other street runs.
So often on Zealot do we see counter caps immediately taken off, and Dead Zone peels the face of APG, and this is going to be a counter cap for Unlimited. What kind of ground did Sentinels have to give up to get that second cap? It was enough of an opening that Unlimited could take advantage and get a counter cap and tie this game. How are teams going to be able to cap flags without giving up counter caps is really the story that we're watching develop.
Absolutely. If you were hoping for some tight Halo on Championship Sunday, you've come to the right place, because we've seen some amazing matches so far, and this game 1 of our losers bracket finals is off to a great start as well. Tied 2-2 here after 5 minutes of play.
Royal 2 controlling Unlimited's landing right now, spotting Dead Zone immediately off spawn. Dead Zone not given an opportunity to do just about anything right there. He's got his eyes on Stellar, and good damage onto Stellar. Stellar's going to be one shot here. You know Snakebite has the information that Stellar went down. Stellar, sensing Snakebite's going to be pushing him. Snakebite get take down to absolutely one toe shot of health, in the words of Royal 2, but stays alive with his life, and he might have an opportunity to run this flag, but a player spawns closet.
You hear the call out, absolute. That is a true absolute one shot there. Not even a bar of health does get taken down. Trippy trying to make the landing run happen. APG tries to get maybe a quick return, doesn't squeak it out. Looks like 3 dead on both sides for a moment. And now here's Dead Zone top middle, trying to peek into the health, also watching that landing as well.
Yeah, great nade by Lethal there to kill the player immediately as he was coming up the landing, because if Lethal doesn't get that kill quickly, that is a flag run for Unlimited. But just as I say that, Unlimited still controlling gold right now, and a triple kill for APG with the flank up the blue lift, and now he's swarming onto the flag. Is there a player controlling gold? Yes, that's going to be Matt, and his screen's going to have the new sniper as well, and this is going to look like a Sentinels opportunity to go up in this game 1.
Absolutely, now sniping from his own landing, and also taking a look at Trippy down low. He's going to have to be aware that that player could also, of course, lift onto his landing or take a route to main ramp. They're going to be keeping an eye on that off screen. I'm keeping an eye on that flag run as well to see if anyone's gotten a touch recently. It's still going to be out. Here comes Royal 2 trying to fly in. That should be a return for sure.
Yeah, it would have taken a pretty incredible double no-scope to continue that flag run. Great defense by Unlimited, especially with the setup the Sentinels had. That should have been a flag cap, but they were able to play scrappy enough to be able to get themselves a counter cap. Once again, we see the potential for a counter cap because of how much map control these teams are forced to give up when trying to cap these flags originally.
He was going to let his shields recharge entirely. Very disciplined there and bringing that flag all the way back. Probably could have rushed it in, but instead lets the shields come all the way back. Does not receive any pressure, and they will cap the flag. They will now go up 3-2 in this game here in Clutch. This is the first time we're not seeing an immediate counter coming off of a flag cap. Unlimited's the first team to do it.
Yeah, I think Unlimited got the slays that they needed, and they took that flag run slow. They didn't force it in. They didn't just run it blindly. We saw the player take his time, make sure that he's not going to end up giving up a life while capping the flag, an unnecessary life, right? And that allowed Unlimited to kind of have enough ground to combat whatever Sentinels was about to throw at them.
Absolutely, and you have to think that both teams want to find that. How do we cap without letting a counter cap go? That's a stressful way to play CTF, knowing that you're going to forfeit control after each cap, and Unlimited does very well to put in the first flag that is not immediately answered back here at 22:20 left. It's going to be Royal 2 starting a street run here. What could be their first street run of the game, and they're trying to make it happen. Great shots from Royal 2. Love when you see a flag carrier drop and shoot like that. Likely some credit to Royal 1 there for making that call out prioritized as well, and a great kill on Stellar. They will continue full presence at top gold, rushing this back. Flag will go down, but it looks like Lethal will be the one to get a touch, but just as fast as I say that, they've given up main run, and now both flags out.
Yeah, unbelievable flank by Eco right there to get the grenade launcher and flank, get the kill onto the player landing, and then immediately run the flag and get that flag out of dodge to buy the rest of his team time to spawn. This is all an Eco play right here, right? If he doesn't sneak in and get that touch on the flag, Sentinels is able to get that flag cap, even probably taking him out in the process. Snakebite with a huge double kill. And now this game turns into a stalemate.
Whoa, that was incredible. Snakebite from the back in the flag corner spawn. Able to get a double kill, a huge one, and that flag touch at the last second. You saw that flag flashing. A huge play from Snakebite. Game is now tied at 3. And this is turning into a very fast-paced ending here. What could be another counter cap answer? Let's see. Looks like the health is completely clear. This will be a forced flag for Unlimited. They answer back again, and the counter caps continue. Now they're only one flag away from closing out game number 1.
Yeah, Sentinels continuing to have to give up so much ground whenever they want to cap that flag, right? Continuing to have to overextend and give up lives, and it's resulting in an immediate counter caps from Unlimited. So at this rate, Sentinels cannot afford to do that again, because that will end the game in Unlimited's favor, right? What is Sentinels going to have to change here in order to get a flag cap without giving up so much?
Clean shots from Tripper there, hits the 5. Can he take down Lethal as well? Yes, that's a double. 2 will be down. They're going to push the last 2 on landing. That's 3 dead. Last one still on landing. APG is a one-shot. He will go down, but that's a big kill from Royal 2 from bottom base to take down the immediate player going front jump. That will buy them an extra second as well.
Yeah, multiple members of Unlimited winning their one-on-ones right now, and it's up to these alive members of Sentinels to get their kills, because if they don't pick up this player on the flag right now, it will be game 1. And unfortunately, Deadzone's going to not choose to lift the flag. He's going to try and run it up the front jump. 1 bar of health, does not make it up the front jump. Royal 2 goes down. Eco spots another player on the landing. No players in position to run the flag right now for Unlimited, but 3 dead for Tox. Lethal goes down as well. This is it. This is Stellar jumping up, capping the 5th flag for Unlimited. Game 1 goes to our blue seed.
And you just saw Deadzone waste no time. He gets the flag to bottom middle, he gets it to front jump, even though they lost 2 players going for that front jump play, both Deadzone and Trippy. In the end, it's Stellar and Eco doing great work up on top middle to make sure one of them was able to go front jump. We'll take a look now at the stats.
Yeah, and Stellar leaving right where he left off last game with a 25-18, but Eco, I mean, the individual plays for him to get behind enemy lines and grab that flag and throw it out and buy his team time, that's just one of the many plays that Eco does in a single game that can change the entire outcome of the game. And I think he's just such a raw, special player when it comes to making the best of those situations that it really it is the difference in a 5-3 score on Zealot flag, and it's why his team is up 1-0.
Absolutely. Now take a look at some of the highlights from that game to see exactly how it played out. It was neck and neck throughout, as we talked about, counter cap after counter cap. Here's the story, though. Take a look at this. So glad we can look at this again. Snakebite with a huge double. Great play in the end. It's not enough, though. But look at this, 5 from Trippy. Royal 2 can't even get down main ramp. Can't even turn the corner to hit that nade, and that's an Eco. Look at that. They also are going to leave APG up top. That was the story of the game, folks. Great team shots, great positioning from the side of Unlimited. They will take our game number 1. I want to say a huge shout out to the Twitch chat. They know who's going to win this series. I know who's going to win this series. I know I'm disagreeing with you both, but game number 1 goes to Unlimited, but I'm just kidding. We got a full best of 7 here, and this one could go the distance.
There's a lot of Halo left to be played, and I think this Sank Slayer, we saw how dominant of a performance Unlimited was able to put up the last time they played Sank Slayer in that last game 5, right? But I think it's important for them to go up 2-0 in this series because Sentinels is always capable of coming back in series. We can't iterate it enough. I think that Unlimited is very aware, and they know that they need to keep their foot down.
Absolutely. Now, you know where we're headed next, folks. It's going to be Slayer on Sanctuary for game number 2. It's a game type that, as we've talked about, can play many different ways, and depending on the play style of these two teams, this could be a slower, more methodical Sank Slayer, or we could instead see absolute chaos, depending on exactly how these first few moments play out. Sentinels, again, for the second time today, find themselves down after a game 1 in a series. Trippy gets the first kill, gets camo as well, immediately goes court.
Yeah, Lethal only being the player that's bound in the bonfire for Sentinels. Unlimited sends 2 bonfire, and they're able to get camo to Trippy, and now Trippy behind enemy lines is able to take down Royal 2 with the snipe, is able to trade with Lethal, and that's going to open up the rest of the map for this Unlimited roster. Sentinels being found on their back foot already early in game 2.
Knowing Trippy, he probably wanted even more from that camo run, but he's going to be happy that he was able to take down that 1-for-2 trade and buy them a little bit of opening. Stellar has been fantastic all day. Can you find Snakebite as well? That's going to be Snakebite with a snipe, I believe, based on exactly where he is on the map. Yeah, Snakebite did get that sniper that was on the turret ramp, so that will be in hand for him. 5-4 off of the break.
Yeah, if Sentinels was watching game 5 last series, they know that they want nothing to do with Stellar with snipe right now. They got to figure out a plan to hit this sniper out of his hands if they want an opportunity to win this. Stellar has other plans in mind.
Absolutely. They saw his numbers in that game. Don't think Stellar needs the tooltip on exactly how to pick up a weapon. Pretty sure he knows how to do that based on the numbers we've seen. 8-7. Snakebite answers back, trying to send some no-scopes all the way to the DMR. Those will not connect, and he will go down. Stellar fighting from the walls momentarily, and Lethal trying to choose exactly which angles he wants to have. Bond will give him a chance to take down Deadzone and get away with his life. Look at this, all back and forth. It comes down to a little bit of exchanges here, but Clutch, as you've highlighted so well throughout the weekend, after you get ring control, especially on Slayer, you got to decide where you want to apply pressure next, because you cannot be a sitting duck in ring, even with the lead.
There's too many windows, too many doorways into ring to where you don't have the manpower to watch every single one of them, so it's very easily to get flanked. So sitting in ring is not the goal. Controlling ring, yes, but what do you do with that control? How are you able to advance on the map and apply pressure to the other team? That's the question. Sentinels attempted to push into the hut and find success that way, but Unlimited was quick to shut that down.
That was a camo grab that we just saw off screen, if I'm not mistaken. That should be up and in play. And now looking at all the POVs, it might have been a burn in the end there. So that will be right around, if we take a look at that timer, somewhere around mid-40s, maybe early 40s on the timer. So we'll keep an eye on that.
And that's a big pick for Royal 2 to get, right? He got the snipe out of Stellar's hands, and now Royal 2 is going to be staring at that sniper, knowing that Stellar's going to have to walk across this flag, knowing he's going to be spawning snipes out of the map, but he gets assassinated. Where did Eco come from? He picks up the double, has his eyes on Snakebite. Maybe he landed the body shot, but the damage is done, right? That was what we thought was about to be a huge Sentinels push, is immediately shut down from the assassination from Miko.
He did also land that body shot, and it was cleaned up as well. That's going to be a 2-kill lead, now a 4-kill lead right here for Unlimited, and I make it 5 for a moment. Royal 2 trying to fight from the HUD, not going to be easy. Does take down Stellar, though, going to be thankful to not trade there. Still a 5-kill game. Royal 2 forced all the way back, and it's Snakebite with a great finish on Trippy that gives them just a moment to breathe here, as they not only get that kill, but they also secure their court for just an extra second. 4 kills separating these two now.
This game almost just got out of hand, but Sentinels got the kills they needed to when Unlimited tried to push the courtyard there. If they don't get those kills and the kills go in favor of Sentinels, this game could have gotten very ugly. Good defense by Sentinels. It's only a 4-kill game. Still anybody's game, but they've got to pick it up.
That shot does not connect. That's the last one that Royal 2 had. Eco received some shots on Jumper before going in. Lethal does well to finish that one. Also looking to see exactly where the other player might have gone. Trying to get some angles on ring wall. Cannot find there. So they will set up instead on the Carbine and their own hut. Down by 4 and still applying good pressure in ring.
Yeah, there's going to be 3 members of Unlimited trying to push into ring. We have Snakebite sitting back with the snipe. Does locate a player in the courtyard corner. Does see another player who's getting tons of information right now. Unable to land any of the body shots. Sentinels really needs to get this camo. They do end up going for the burn with APG, and now Stellar finds himself with snipe again, and he's got to find Snakebite quickly and take him out, because this stalemate of the Battle of Snipes is so important. And Snakebite with the quick scope across the map after getting hit in the body. That's a huge win for this team, because it's going to spiral into another kill. And now what will that one headshot on Stellar really turn into? That is the story that we're watching.
Snakebite with the pull medal there punishes the Jetpacker, and for anyone timing at home, I believe camo was right around 46. So keep an eye on that timing. And just like that, still such a close game here as we have crossed well past the halfway mark of this Slayer.
Yeah, and you have to know that one of the players on Unlimited went back for that snipe, so Snakebite has to be wary of a sniper looking for him, because they know that Snakebite is in the bonfire right now sniping. He's going to relocate to the bottom car right now, picks up a nice killing spree on the Trippy. Snakebite doing whatever he can to bring his team back into this, but the 4-kill lead has been so tough for them to break into that deficit. They turned it into 2, but for how long? Now it's 1, and this is the opening Sentinels needed.
This is big for Sentinels, not just in this Slayer specifically, but I would say for their tournament, for their championship Sunday. We saw them go down in a devastating series, 4-0 earlier today, and now this is a chance for them to tie up this series and get their first game win of the day, which is crazy to say. And now they're essentially all tied up here at the 36-35 mark.
Yeah, from a team that we know to win so many close games in the past, they've lost so many close games this tournament. That cannot continue to happen, because if it does, it will come back to bite them. And yes, it already has for them being in the losers bracket, but now their backs are against the wall. Now there's no room for error. You need to win these close games. It's a 2-score game. We see multiple kills go in the favor. Actually, teams trading these kills, and Stellar with snipe is exactly what you want to see as an Unlimited fan, right? The opportunity for him to recap what he did in Game 5 is here.
Snakebite sniping from that flag and turret ramp. You have Stellar in a very similar position here now on the flag. Camo goes to Trippy, though. That's huge. They have the 2-kill cushion. They've got Stellar with the snipe and this camo now. The game is in their hands. They've got all the tools. They just need to put the pieces together, and that's a great first piece of the puzzle. They pick up that first kill on APG with a fantastic team shot. Trippy has all the luxury in the world to challenge that Bon angle with that camo. He's also going to continue pushing P-shot. You're likely going to see him go Bon here. Another set of kills as they take command. 47-39. What a push here with the camo and snipe.
Yeah, and that kill on the APG in the ring really opened up the map, and that was such an important camo for this Unlimited roster to get. Huge shout out to the coach of Unlimited right now, doing a great job of timing that camo, because it really is the difference maker here. A 2-kill game to end this. Sentinels needing to play perfect, but they are going to have to play more than perfect, because Stellar is in your hut with snipe.
Absolutely. Now 48-43, so not over just yet. If we saw Stellar hit that shot, it'd be a different story, but now a 4-kill game, so let's not get too excited, because it's 48-45 and only a 3-kill difference. Royal 2 answering back. Also now Trippy falls, so just like that, what looked like a sure win is not so sure, and we're going to need to see more perfect Halo. They've done it so far, Clutch. Now 48-45. This next kill is absolutely huge, and it goes towards Sentinels, 48-46. Royal 2 knows there's someone in his hut underneath the turret as well, excuse me, in the tunnel. A 2-kill difference here. Look at this, and this has gone down to a nail-biter.
Eco is stuck in the courtyard of Sentinels, and he knows he's got to have his teammates watching him. How is Sentinels going to deal with Eco right now? He's just being a nuisance without doing really any damage right now. He's going to get so much information on the Sentinels players. He's going to be calling all of this out. He really is not playing to get a kill here. He's just playing to distract. Royal 2 misses the no-scope, and now they're going to have information on where the sniper is. Lethal, you got to be careful here. You're going to get caught off guard. You see Jay pushing ring 1 right now, trying to get to him. This is such an intense situation. Eco's stuck in the courtyard, but he's able to play his life so perfectly, and now he's looking to make a play.
Here he goes, he's going now, and they also, now 48-47, only a 1-kill game. They do pick up that one. He finds Royal 2 now on the rock ramp. He will be exposed from angles from ring. Also finds 2 players Bond, needs to be very careful here. This should be an opportunity. Dead Zone gets another camo. They're gonna wanna slow play this. If they could just get, I don't even know if that was a pre-fire on the P-shot or what happened there, but now 48-47. Dead Zone has the game in his hands. See if he can get this pick on Royal 2. Royal 2 does spot him. Take a look here. Oh, Royal 2 hits a brainer to tie the game. 48-48.
Camo's out.
49-48. One more kill to go here for Unlimited to go up 2-0. Getting shot on the pillars. Needs to be careful. They win the game. 50-48 in the end. Unlimited will go up 2-0 in the series.
I was speechless towards the end. I was just going to let it play out. I wanted it to breathe. And wow, as hard as Sentinels tried to come back in the end of that game, it was a phenomenal job of just playing it slow, knowing how much room you have to breathe if you're Unlimited, and just taking advantage of the moment when the moment arises, right? A colossal error could have occurred, but they played it slow, played for camo, played around it, and were able to get the last 2 kills.
No big surprise, it's Stellar once again, who in a 2-kill game, as you see, goes +4. Saw an amazing game of Sank from him earlier. We see another big standout performance, even though it's just a +4 when you're talking about a 2-kill game. That is the difference maker.
Standout plays to me are Trippy with camo a lot of the times. I think he really opened up the map multiple times for these leads to be extended and to continue the lead to be extended. I think that Tox or Sentinels was playing from behind so often, and it was like no matter what they did, no matter how many double kills they were able to get, Unlimited did such a good job of trading those kills out and figuring out a way to continue this lead on. And then it just came down to power up control, right? I think too many camos went in the favor of Unlimited, and the only camo we saw go in favor of Sentinels was burned by APG, which is fine if you have the lead and you're an Unlimited fan.
Absolutely, as you just saw on the series layout, Battle Canyon King is going to be our next game type. That's actually launching right now as we get ready to go. No slowing down here in our losers bracket finals. We're going to jump into that game right now, but it's a 50-48 game number 2. Another heartbreaking loss for Sentinels. You almost thought with that Royal 2 no-scope from back rock to rock ramp that something crazy was going to happen. In the end, it is another win for Unlimited. They will lead 2-0 in the series. We are underway. Game number 3, Creek King.
Yeah, Royal 2 trying to do whatever he could to give his team life, and he's going to need to do something special in this game because they are down 0-2 in another series today, and we saw them get swept earlier when being down 0-2. Sentinels needs a rebound, and they need to do it fast.
And an interesting thing nice job here from Lethal. You can tell the triple kill from the grave as that rocket hits after he actually goes down. Did so well to go forward and not continue through the mag to avoid that grenade, and squeaks out an extra kill. But one thing we got to start talking about, Clutch, like it or not, is the fact that right now Sentinels has not won a game today, and it makes us wonder, right? Is Mantra that good, or do we have a scenario where Sentinels is not on today, and we could have a very interesting situation where Unlimited and Mantra kind of come into the series when we actually don't know too much if they're both 4-0 wins, right?
I think all 3 of these teams are playing phenomenal Halo, and I think that just due to the close game, somebody's got to win, right? And it hasn't gone in the favor of Sentinels so far today, but I don't think that they're playing bad by any means. I think that it's a testament to the skill of Unlimited and the skill of Mantra and how well both of those teams are playing. So it's a breath of fresh air to be able to see the Titans that Sentinels are be challenged by 2 teams this weekend.
Absolutely. Now it's going to be a kill here for Trippy, who pick up that sniper rifle. Early points on the board here for Sentinels. It's a much better start, but also, once again, a little bit of deja vu, because in their Nexus King, we also saw them with some early great time to get a little bit of a lead, and we all know how that one ended. But just in case you're just joining us, a huge comeback win from Mantra in the final hill. Sentinel's going to be doing everything they can to avoid that scenario once again. Trippy back base hits one. Other player is going to be forced to treat up higher on Plasma side. Gets a little fancy, but Lethal has some help, and eventually will go down.
Yeah, Unlimited trying to set up for that new hill rotating, but immediately before the hill rotates, Sentinels gets in position to take down Trippy and friends, and now they're going to have full control. They're going to be getting this lead even further ahead, and this is exactly what you need if you're a Sentinels fan, because down 0-2, backs against the wall, you really need a strong performance in Game 3, not a close one. So the Sentinels doing a great job early on.
Stellar gets a kill bottom base. He's also going to then go out to the needle side, maybe also to snipe from the middle. Stellar's already up top. Wait a minute. Not only did he go from base, he actually went all the way up rocket arch immediately. And that's the kind of gameplay you're going to see from Stellar. When you see someone who has just dropped into a mag and is now going towards front door, you don't expect to see them on rocket arch immediately. That's the kind of play that Stellar brings, and so far it has done very well for them in this series. However, finally Stellar goes down, but however, it is a nice little lead once again for Sentinels as they are up here in this match. Eco is going to start to clear out the back of the base with these rockets. This is where you want to have the rocks.
Yeah, still just a 30-second game, and this hill will be here for the next minute, and so Eco's going to position himself perfectly with these rockets behind the base. I want to see him try and reload those.
It's me too, bad.
But he does know that players are going to be dark side red right now, so he's trying to play his life, and he's trying to not get caught in a bad timing situation. He gets a player to no shield right there with the first rocket, reloads the rockets, and I love that Eco's just always letting plays develop in front of him. He's never really forcing anything unnatural. He did not spot the player below him in red base right there on the bottom left of his screen, but the last player alive for Sentinels is in red, but he's not going to be able to do too much because Eco's on top with rockets.
Absolutely, he can angle himself away from anything on the rest of the map. He could just use that back angle of the roof to continually watch the back of that portal, make sure no one squeaks through. They have gained the lead. So it was just a 46-10 lead for Sentinels on our first side hill has been reduced, not only reduced, excuse me, has been completely swapped out. And then, like you said, Eco letting the play develop, does not force, allows 2 players to go into hill, and just like that, they have the lead and they have a 2-kill advantage going into this next rotation. Yeah,
perfect patience right there from Eco, and it's going to result in the lead, like you're saying. And just like that, we thought Sentinels was going to blow away with Game 3. Unlimited, all they needed was one decent setup on the side hill, and now they have the lead by 10 seconds, and Sentinels looks like they're running around. They don't have any clue where Eco is right now, and he's still on a tear from this rocket play.
They finally find him. Lethal does nade him out, and now Dead Zone misses the jump off of the back branch, so he's like, I'm just going to take the long way up and going to head towards up that sniper ramp. 5-point game here early on Creek King. If you're just joining us here, welcome to Championship Sunday. This is the losers bracket finals here from DreamHack Anaheim. We've got 3 Titans left in the bracket, and so far, Unlimited looking good, 2-0 in your losers bracket finals. Of course, Team Mantra waiting in the wings in the finals.
Unlimited looking like a team that's set for this championship series, right? But Sentinels known for its ability to come back and known to not be out of any series whatsoever. So even being down 2-0 in the series, you still are on the edge of your seat as an Unlimited fan. You have to see your team close out these last 2 games in the series to really have confidence that this is over, because at any point in time, Royal 2 or whoever on Sentinels can turn it on and punish your team.
Absolutely, and you can even say the same thing about the Sentinels side and any Sentinels fans. They're going to know that their team can always squeak this out. We even talked about it earlier, Clutch, that the fact that they were down 2-0 in a flag in our game number 4, we were still thinking, this one is not over yet. This is a team you never count out, and I think they would need a lot of different tournament results for us to ever even count them out of a scenario. That's how storied this roster is. That's how legendary these players are. A nice little rocket into the cave from Lethal, and Sentinels now once again in the lead here. Just about 20-point lead.
Yeah, unbelievable job by Lethal there to stay alive, and now he's going to find Stellar with that rocket, knocking the no shield. And Lethal didn't even really spot Stellar. I think it was just a game sense kind of a thing. And he's going to be able to do so much work with those set of rockets. And not only that, but he got them out of Unlimited's hands. And the last time rockets came up, Unlimited went on a 50-point run with the help of Eco, and that really changed the outcome of this game. So for Sentinels to get those set of rockets and keep them out of Unlimited's hands and use them effectively, that's a huge change of events that we saw the opposite side occur earlier in this game.
Sentinel's going to be happy with that rotation. We're starting to see them heat up just a bit. A nice set of exchanges from Lethal, as well as good top base control from Royal 2 there. That's what we're used to seeing from this roster, regardless of title. Whether you're talking about Halo 5 or Halo 3 over the past few years, it really has been a commanding performance from them, and we're starting to see more of that. Keep in mind, we saw some good King of the Hill performances from them earlier. They will need to play this way throughout the entire game if they want to stay in this series and make it 2-1 instead of going down 3-0.
Nice job by APG to try and milk this hill time, and huge shots to outshoot Trippy right there. Trippy stuck, getting sandwiched in between players, but unbelievable shots by APG to win that one-on-one, stay alive, and now he's done enough damage to Dead Zone to where Dead Zone has to run away. And this is all scrap time for Sentinels, right? This is a great job by them to extend the lead that they have once again built, and now it's up to 50.
Dead Zone, by the way, did just pick up 2 kills from the bottom of that base. You know what? He just traded out for 2. He should have been a non-factor in the bottom of that base. That kind of worries me. That reminds me of some of the plays we've seen where Sentinels showing up a little bit too many gaps. There's no way Dead Zone should have 1v2'd in that scenario. It still will result in more Sentinels time, though, so not a huge concern on the scoreboard as they'll continue leading here at the score of about 145.
Yeah, it wasn't like they were major impact kills, but they are confidence boosters and confidence destroyers, right? You can't be getting 1v2'd. And if you are 1v2ing, you're building confidence for the future of this series and the future of this game. But the score, right, that's what we have to point out here. It's now all of a sudden a 70-point game as Sentinels does a phenomenal job on that second side of Red Hill to be able to hold that down for almost a majority of that time and get a lot of scrap time during the combat that was going on around the hill. A phenomenal job for them to kind of break away and kind of set the tone for this Game 3.
And they're keeping it up here. Sentinels continuing to put points on the board, and they will continue extending here in a scenario of the bottom middle hill, which we talked about. Sometimes we do not see enough milking and objective efficiency from the Sentinel side, but they're starting to change that story with 6 minutes left here. And if you simply want to see this series go the distance, you're certainly hoping Sentinels keeps it up here in game number 3.
Yeah, it happened off our screen, but we saw a little bit of a glimpse of it. Royal 2 was by himself on top red right there, and he ends up sticking Penguin as Penguin sandwiches him from the side of the base, and it's trades like that that really don't allow Unlimited to get any scrap time here, and that's the difference in being able to get any kind of momentum for this Unlimited roster here in Game 3. Great job by Royal 2 to trade his life out there to stop any opportunity Unlimited's going to have.
Trippy's forced to fire both rockets. Really great pressure from Sentinels there. Neither of those rockets going to be part of the equation whatsoever. Now also Lethal picks up that kill. Let's see if APG could trade here. He does. So Sentinels still showing very good momentum in this game, and not one off on that side hill. They've continued to rack up time, and as long as they continue at this pace and this style, they should see themselves close out game number 3.
This is a great position for Royal 2, right? He's in the bottom hill. He turns around. He saw Snakebite on top of blue. He turns around the other way, sees Lethal on top of red. Sentinel's doing a good job of trying to control the entire map right now, but are they going to be like stretched too thin at times? Because this hill is moving to blue, and they're going to need to rotate.
Now looking at Lethal, still top base. One of the big indicators that we've seen so far, Clutch, in the latter stages of this game, does very well to avoid that eco kill. But one of the clear indicators we've seen is how much presence Sentinels has had on the top bases. Second half of this game, it feels like every time we cut to a Sentinels POV, one player has a top base, and that is such a difference maker. It doesn't matter what iteration of Battle Creek you are playing. If you have top bases, you are in a good spot.
Yes, absolutely, and I think that's what Lethal's really focused on. He knows that he has such a comfort zone when looking at the score right now that he's able to kind of keep control, even though the hill's at red. He's able to keep control of top blue and kind of lay down some support fire, knowing that his team has a lot of time ahead of this other team in order to break the setup strategically and not like freelance it up the middle.
And now let us not forget, if history is doomed to repeat itself, we do see a lot of points coming on the board for the side of Unlimited. Now it's just about a 60-point game between these two sides, and there's a lot of time left, 4 minutes, where Unlimited could pull out another heartbreaking, for the side of Sentinels, defeat.
Yeah, Unlimited has done a good job to get a little bit of this deficit smaller than what it was, and that's a huge double by Eco. He's the only player alive on the map right now that's going to be at least 15 seconds going in the favor of Unlimited, and every second is starting to add up, and you have to start wondering, is this another Sentinels choke? Is this another opportunity for Sentinels to throw away a huge lead? Because this is exactly what we've seen throughout this weekend. Twice now. If it happens a third time, it's going to knock them out of the tournament.
Absolutely. Another 1v2 win, but this time it translates to just more than kills. Eventually it brings the game right back, just about within 30 points or so. And that is a huge 1v2 from Stellar to win that. Excuse me, was it Eco? I believe it was Eco who just won that and is able to pick up those kills and a whole bunch of time. Now Sentinels needs to refocus. They need to regroup. They just gave up quite a sizable lead, but they still have a decent one as we now move back to bottom middle.
Yeah, Snakebite having these rockets has got to play his life so securely, and he spots two players dark side, and this is going to be a great opportunity for him to get an easy kill onto Trippy, reload the rockets, and play his life. He's got a lot of information of where Unlimited is. It's just about containing them whilst getting the scrap time bottom middle. You see Lethal go down bottom middle, so they're going to stray away from the hill a little bit as Snakebite continues to just rotate around red, looking for whatever kills, but the control of the map is what's important right now. The clock is in your favor. You're up 50 seconds, right? So just focus on keeping them out of the hill and containing map control.
Snakebite does still have those rockets up top, immediately takes the player out of the hill. Can he find two? Yes, that's a double. Also sees a player front door. Let's see exactly who that's going to be. That's Stellar, who's no shield, but he is very wise not to let up that triple. But all the while, keep in mind, Sentinels is okay with this. They're okay with just maintaining Slayer control. Also, great play by Snakebite to push all the way in the back of the base and take down Stellar. But they do need to make sure to not let the time tick down. We have now 55 seconds in this bottom middle hill. Then we will have one more final hill. Sentinels has lost the game today in the final hill. They don't want to do it again.
No, 37 seconds being the difference in this score, and there's a minute 43. So every second of time that Sentinels is able to get is 2 seconds away from Unlimited, and a great port by Snakebite here. No one on Unlimited watching the port, and this is going to catch multiple members of Unlimited off guard. This is going to open up the map for APG to jump in the hill. And like I said, every second that APG is able to get in the bottom mid-hill is going to be 2 seconds against Unlimited score right now.
Look what we just saw from Snakebite. That is a case study in itself of how much damage he just did as a single member of that team. We're going to talk about that in the postgame for sure, because that was incredible. But we got to focus back on the action, because 10 seconds we have our final hill move, and it's only a 35-point game.
Yeah, unfortunately for Sentinels, they weren't really able to capitalize and turn that into hill time. Fortunately, though, they were able to keep Unlimited out of the hill. The hill's going to be rotating to red. They're down by 32 seconds right now, 56 seconds left on the clock. Sentinels has lost so many games this weekend, it feels like in the last minute of the game. Will this be another showing?
Royal 2 with a great angle there. He goes top arch and is able to take out the hill for just a moment. However, Dead Zone is right back in, and now it is a 15-point game. 198 to 185. APG also goes down in the cave. That does not spell good news for the side of Sentinels. Look at the timer in the bottom right. Look at the scoreboard. We're about to see a score change as well. And now Unlimited takes the lead with 24 seconds left.
Yes, already a 2-0 series. This is to make it 3-0. This is to put top Sentinels in the to their backs against the wall, and they're gonna get the slays they need. Multiple members of Unlimited in the hill.
It's over.
Players try to port, and unfortunately for them, they met the demise to Eco and friends. 3-0 in the series. Unlimited goes up.
And another heartbreaking defeat for Sentinels, a game that they led throughout the entirety of the match, and you saw it on the timer with 24 seconds left. The lead change happens. It comes down to the final hill, and obviously the final rotation that led to that hill, and it will be a 3-0 lead for Unlimited.
As veteran of players as we have on Sentinels, you have to start thinking in your head, when that hill finally rotates to the last hill, there's 60 seconds left, and you can feel the other team get control of the map. And all of a sudden, you could just feel that momentum was going to change, and you knew that Unlimited was just going to be able to hold that setup there at the end. Players from Sentinels really looking like it's chaotic towards the end of these games, and that's not something we typically see from them.
Here's something I don't understand, and we're going to have a chance to talk about in the post-game of the series as well as we take a look at some highlights. Great play from Lethal here. Look, he goes forward, avoids that grenade in the mag, also hits that triple from the grave. Great stuff from Sentinels. To be honest, all game long, it did not translate, though. And plays like this from Eco, right? Picking up that double. That's not the only double he had from there. He also picks up this double Oh, that was the big one you were talking about, Clutch, that really made a difference. But look at Snakebite here. He makes one player weak, gets a kill on Arch, also then eventually gets a third player weak and then trades. I don't understand how 110 on the clock, when Snakebite has done that amount of damage, they don't get the rotation right.
Yeah, I mean, that's a blunder by the rest of Sentinels, right? And I really thought APG was going to be able to get a lot of hill time in the bottom mid hill when Snakebite had just got done getting all that damage done. Unfortunately, nobody was really able to get any hill time. That's a testament to the rest of the players on Unlimited that stayed alive and were able to keep APG out of the hill. And they did just enough to keep the game close to when the hill rotated, they held one solid setup at the end and got themselves a very comfortable lead at the end. And it wasn't like it came down to the last couple of seconds. Like that wasn't even like
I don't have any words
right?
either.
I don't understand. It's not a team that we typically see choke at the end of games. They usually are the teams that clutch up, but it feels like every time it's coming down to the wire, and every time that they're forced to make a play, no one on the Sentinels roster has been able to make a play so far today.
Yep, I hate to say it, but they are not clutching up. That has certainly been the case for them all day as they find themselves down 3-0, and if they wanted a moment to breathe, well, they don't have it because we're already down into game number 4 here. Unlimited up 3-0 in your losers bracket finals. Sentinels needs to find something. They need to dig deep. These are your world champions. Lots of tournament wins under their belt. However, in this series, in this day, they have yet to win a game.
Yeah, Royal 2's already on the aggression. He's got overshield, he's got snipe, and he's topped the turret of Unlimited. This is a good start to a must-win game for Sentinels, and Royal 2 peeling one head, and he's got his eyes set on another head. Stellar going down, and now where is Unlimited going to spawn? Members of Sentinels seem to be looking all around, but no one pushing in for the flag just yet, and it's that overslay that we talk about that Sentinels always seems like they're forced to do, but fortunately for them, it feels like this time around they're going to be able to get the kills. A miss on the headshot of Stellar, who is briefly going to stop the flag run, but is it going to be all for naught?
Let's see where that flag goes. It is right on the doorstep there at green. That's a great little shot there from Royal 2, but this is going to be tough. Fighting from Mauler in this scenario with players on flag, not looking good. Anyone who's played enough pit flag knows that that one is not going through. You said that Stellar was the one that got the nades on APG, I believe, and we did see that Stellar is able to stay alive in court. You could say that that is a flag-saving moment there, and really also an opportunity that we could have seen Sentinels bring that flag in. 3 dead. Now here comes Unlimited once again. I want to spend some time talking about how we could still see Sentinels take this, but flag runs already started on the other side for Unlimited, and now Trippy's going to take an extra moment, get a health pack, flag shields reset, and try to stay alive with that BR. Look at that right away. Stellar and Unlimited answer back. It only took them about a minute and a half to get that flag in.
Yeah, it feels like Unlimited is just, it's so much easier for them to cap, right? It feels like Sentinels had to sway like Unlimited 3 or 4 times in order to get the pull and start running it. I think like they have to be playing more efficient Halo if they want to beat this Unlimited roster, because that flag run by Unlimited, they got 4 dead one time and they started running it immediately. They didn't even get 4 dead again, but they were able to get the fight to green so fast that they ran it and were able to go up 1-0 in the series. It's just great efficient Halo by them.
I think he gets a little bit of a body there. Yes, indeed, a double kill for APG. Beautiful no-scope, and then get some help with the team shot there to pick up that kill. Sentinels not done yet. We talked about it. We cannot count them out. This is simply too successful and a legendary of a roster. Another kill there for APG on the top of the base. Eco's going to pick up that sniper rifle in hand as well. And another thing we got to talk about, Clutch, I don't think I've ever brought up this point, and I want to spend time, and beautiful shot again from Eco on Snakebite in the cuts. I want to spend time talking about how we could still see a Sentinels win, and this series could go the distance, because that is absolutely the case. But we also have to ask ourselves, are we about to see a championship Sunday where Sentinels does not win a game for the first time, I believe, in history?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to look like it, right? I mean, everything that we're watching from Unlimited shows and points that way, how hot all these players are playing right now, how well Eco is reading these situations and is able to take out multiple members of Sentinels without even getting shot so far. I mean, that's the first player to shoot at him, and he's been able to get 3 straight kills. A great job, even though he goes down, a great job holding down the fort for Eco right there. This team's up 1-0, and they already have the pressure that Stellar is in the base.
Trades there for Royal 2 and Stellar, but APG with a great nade from the sword ramp to land it just perfectly. But here we go, dead zone again, going into green. Doesn't even let his shield recharge all the way. You did see two were still dead. He's going to go for a long haul run here. He's got lots of help and needles. That's where you want to see your teammates spawning. They've got top turret as well. Signed, sealed, and delivered. This will be flag number 2 coming around the corner. They should be able to grab that. But on the other side, it's also a cap as well. Flags out on both sides. Now 2-1. So Unlimited going to be happy to bring that back. Sentinel's going to be happy to be on the board, but very dangerous here, as it's still a 1 flag deficit for the side of Sentinels.
Yeah, I think it was a good cap by Sentinels right there, because I think that Unlimited really got the slays in order to earn the cap that they got. It's like Sentinels kind of snuck that cap out runway side and was able to just turn the corners at the right time and get that first cap for their team to make this not a 2-0 lead, because Unlimited really could have gone up 2-0 if that player wasn't able to play the objective nearly as quickly.
Here we go, 5 flags in total. After, 3 flags in total after 5 minutes of play. Stellar does have that new overshield on the training. He will be landing some shots in as well. That's good. That flag is going to be a confidence booster for the side of Sentinels, and some great shots there on Stellar as well. Going to move in on dead zone, is forced back into Mauler. He has help from Green and Pit though, so as long as he can stay alive, this could be a successful Sentinels push.
Yeah, he knows dead zone somewhere around him right here. Snakebite does go down to Trippy. Now 2 players for Sentinels stuck in the Mauler, no shield. And this is going to be an easy cleanup for the rest of Unlimited. And dead zone picking up a nice double, taking his sweet time, waiting on his teammates to come, and then pushing the members of Sentinels. We're seeing a ton of teamwork coming out of Unlimited, and it's paying off in their favor. And now they're looking to really close the door on this series and find themselves in a finals.
Absolutely. I think it's a lot of what you talked about in the Battle Canyon game, Clutch. It's really letting the play unfold. They take their timing. They eventually push their Mauler. They get the kills. It's been beautiful so far. 2 more dead. Flag run again. It's a health grab for dead zone as well. That flag going to be continue. Eco deciding to go a full needle route here. 2 more dead. Eco's all the way now through. No shields, but he's all the way through long haul.
Yeah, and Eco really having to make a decision here. Is he going to wait to get his shield back? No, he's going to run it straight. He's got information that his teammates are cutting off the training side. Perfectly done. Trippy gets his kill, and now he's still on the aggression. Royal 2 getting caught in green. Does win the one-on-one, but not before the flag gets capped. Now it's a comfortable 2 flag lead for Unlimited, and they have rocket control.
3 kill lead here for the side of Sentinels with those rockets, as they're going to push in on that first BR. Snakebite knows he cannot waste any time. They need to be moving very quickly here for the rest of this game. Dead zone, a little bit of a split spawn though, so they're going to need to take him out. Snakebite once again going to start to run very wisely, because he knew Lethal was there to get that finish. Nades were going down on needles as well. They should be able to continue here.
Yeah, they get the flag up to green, and great job by Lethal to kind of get a few kills there and buy enough time for the rest of the flag run to continue. This is going to make it a 1-cap game, and that was a multiple flag run, multiple member flag run from Sentinels, and a great job to kind of rotate perfectly, hold down the situation, and for the first time, Sentinels isn't forced to overslay to get their flag caps. If they can change that up, they may be having a chance to come back, but an overkill from Dead Zone says otherwise. That was unbelievable, and those are the kind of plays that he's been having all day, and he's continuing his reign of terror right now with this sniper. Doesn't land the last no scope, but he's playing so confident, applying so much pressure, and this is going to be all she wrote for Sentinels if Dead Zone continues to rip faces.
That is undoubtedly the clip of the weekend. We've seen a lot of plays that were nearly overkills. That was a clean overkill. Those are the kind of plays that you want to see on Championship Sunday. And like you said, if Denzo keeps that up, or anything remotely like it, to be honest, it is going to be very bad news for Sentinels here. It's still a 1-flag game, though. Not over yet. But man, was that a beauty.
Yeah, fortunately for Sentinels, that overkill didn't result in any objective work, right? They were able to kind of subside the push, and it didn't turn into a flag cap, and they're still only down 1 cap. There's plenty of time left, but you still have to see some more life out of Sentinels, because their backs are completely against the wall, and the other team is playing lights out Halo.
And those are the kind of plays that if you're on Unlimited and you turn to your left or your right and you see that clip get hit, you are even more fired up, which could spell even more disaster for Sentinels.
Yeah, absolutely. I know I was a player that really fed off seeing someone like Cloud just go off, right? And when you look to your left and you see your teammate just doing incredible individual plays that motivate you to be a part of those incredible plays with your teammate. And as we see Sentinels getting caught off guard on the bridge right there, and Trippy is going to be on their flag. He gets taken out. And defense for Sentinels stays strong for a little bit, but Royal 2 knows there's a player next to him.
Also got to point out that play from Stellar as he goes from green down to that pit ramp, and he actually does a really nice job of just bouncing straight off. You saw that the opponent was not ready for that as he perfectly times that engagement here. 21-20 on the clock. Eco still with 2 shots left in this sniper rifle here, and based on what we've seen so far, even though it's a 1-flag game, it feels like Unlimited is just waiting to strike again. Yeah,
Unlimited's non-stop aggression throughout this series has really paid off in the first 3 games, and in Game 4, it's been able to get them this comfortable 1-flag lead, right? And Tox, aka Sentinels, we know how hard it is for them to cap flags and how often they have to overslay and overwork for some of these caps. I don't see Unlimited giving them that kind of light of day. It's going to take a real individual play to be able to open up this map.
Trippy, where did he throw? He threw those nades from somewhere in the pit all the way over to training. Not sure if he just bounced those off of a training ramp or banana, but regardless, those are some great nades, and that right now I'm having trouble calculating the exact geometry of, as he now moves to first BR as well. Flag is going to be grabbed there, but able to take down one. Here's Dead Zone who gets a kill, so kills being exchanged on both sides. No room to run the flag. It's once again good defense from Sentinels, but they've only got 5 minutes left in regulation. They need a flag on the board.
Yeah, and I like the aggression we're seeing out of Unlimited. Just because they're up 3-0 in the series and 1 flag in this game, they're not just sitting back. They're not just playing defense and are okay with this 1-flag lead. They know how strong Sentinels can be, and they know that this lead can be destroyed in just a matter of 1 snipe control from Lethal, right? So they are staying aggressive, and I really appreciate how aggressive they're playing because it fits their play style and their characteristics so well. We see Lethal take down the sniper in Stellar, but everyone on his team is going to go down, and he's going to be caught off by himself in green. He needs to stay alive and play his life here and set up for the next push that Sentinels is going to try and establish.
And what is truly exciting here, any other time you have a team that hasn't won a game yet on Championship Sunday and is down 3-0 and losing a flag, I mean it when I say we would not be as into this match as we are, and I know you at home, as well as everyone here in Anaheim, would not be on the edge of their seats. Just the fact that we know the Sentinels can rally back here. If they simply tie this game, they could start a run in the series, but they're going to have to continue connecting shots like this. Lethal putting some damage in, trying to make a push happen. He gets taken down, but time is also ticking down. 4 minutes left in regulation.
Yeah, an interesting challenge there by Lethal, and Trippy's going to punish him immediately for jumping out like that. He's going to find another Sentinels member, and that's going to be great defense by Trippy to kind of subside the next push that Sentinels had, and now Sentinels doesn't have a sniper. They don't have a power weapon. And we see Eco across the map sneakily hiding in the Needler pit. Trippy watching over his shoulder. This is an onslaught from Unlimited. Sentinels really needs to sharpen their defense up right now.
APG gets a big kill. APG gets 2 kills. And there's the sharpening of the defense that you asked for, Clutch. A nice series of events that come for APG as he's able to fight off that onslaught, that double kill. Once again, a 1v2 that they've generally been on the receiving end of. Instead, this time they win that. But keep in mind, keep an eye on the clock. 3:30 left in regulation. It's a double kill for Lethal, and he's trying to make something happen. And we need to see Sentinels connect the dots here for some team shooting. They've got 3 minutes left, just over that, to get a flag in to tie the game, to send us into sudden death overtime.
Great job by Lethal to stay alive right there, but he's unable to win the one-on-one against Trippy. And although Snakebite has rockets, he's going to have to use both and trade the kill onto Eco. Unbelievable job by Eco to get the rockets out of Snakebite's hands. And now we're going to see Jay on Stellar's screen push up with those rockets and really try to make an opening to extend this lead and make it really uncomfortable for the likes of Sentinel.
Snakebite goes down on pit box after a snipe spawn. Look at these angles here from Stellar, jumps right up to that sword angle. Trippy now has a rocket on back turret. He'll get that kill on Royal 2, who was the sniper. And now Stellar going to be rotating back with that sniper. Dead Zone not going to make the push. That's pretty wise. 2 minutes 27 in regulation. They're just going to continue playing this defense. They're going to grab this overshield as well. That's very big.
Yeah, unbelievably huge. And their power up and power weapon control throughout this series has been the story to tell, right? I mean, every time it feels like they're in control of rockets or an overshield or a camo, they're able to make a play. And right now they've got all 4 dead for Sentinels, and the onslaught is coming. You see Eco gunning for the flag. That's a B line. He's going to run it straight on the plat. He's got an overshield player. He's got a sniper watching him. And this is bad news if you're a Sentinels fans, because this flag should be going in. Nades come in. They take Eco out. They knock another player to no shields. But every member of Sentinels is stuck at their base.
Like that, Trippy brings it in and brings in what he hopes will be the final blow now 4-2. It's a 2-flag lead with just about a minute and a half left in regulation. Based off of what we've seen so far from these two teams, you might as well call this impossible for the side of Sentinels. They need to make magic happen. APG stays alive in Mahler, and he needs to do so for a while for his team to push up.
Yeah, and this is a scary moment for APG because he knows how important this one life is. A minute 20 down by 2 on the clock. He spots Eco, and he knows he's about to get sandwiched by multiple Unlimited members. Eco decides to try and push him lethal over APG's shoulders, able to take Eco out. Trippy lands a body shot onto him, but APG needs to get this flag run because they only have a minute 5 to get 2. APG, you got to start booking it, man. But multiple kills go in the favor of Sentinels. This is a huge opportunity to try and make this impossible comeback actually possible.
Can they do this? They need to beeline this flag. They bring it in. Now here we go. Can they get the back-to-back cap? No, it's Dead Zone who's actually on the other side, who hits a double kill and now might even get this flag out. Let's see. We actually haven't seen the other flag go in just yet on the other side. And that flag is going to be reset. And now just like that, it stays 4-2. This one is done and dusted, Clutch.
Yeah, unbelievable flank by Dead Zone to get behind enemy lines, to get Sentinel Sniper and to just wait for the flag player to come through Camu. He lands 2 headshots with the snipes, and what we thought was going to be a Sentinels flag to give even an opportunity for a comeback, Dead Zone shuts down immediately, and they sweep Sentinels and take themselves to the finals.
Look at these guys, Unlimited. They have a lot to be proud of. A convincing 4-0 win here as they ended on Pit CTF. They will start to celebrate. They are headed to the grand finals, and I believe for the first time in history, we will see Sentinels knocked out without winning a single game on Championship Sunday.
Before the series, you asked me, is it Unlimited playing really well? Is it Mantra playing really well? How well is Mantra actually playing if Sentinels get swept by both teams, right? But I think that this is a testament to 2 juggernauts meeting up in the finals of how well Unlimited's playing and how well Mantra's playing. We are due for a fantastic grand finals today.
It is going to be an epic grand final indeed. There's that overkill, and I already know the DreamHack team has